So I hope you guys bear with me a little bit because Katie was nice enough last week to manage some things for me. So I'm hoping that I can do that, you know, especially spotlighting and things like that. So just bear with me in terms of flow. So first I wanted to say hello. And then I wanted to ask about finding patterns at home. Did any of you guys make your own? So, all right. So Beth, let me spotlight you. Let me try this 1 second. Participants. So spotlight video. Okay, so those are your bricks. Are you muted? I'm unmuting you. Beth, you hear me? Or I'm unmuting all of you. Let's see.
Oh, great.
Okay, that's beautiful. Oh, you want to tell me what they are?
Let's first it's upside down.
Okay.
This is a bookcase.
Okay.
Oh, adorable.
I'm waiting for the thin markers to do the little ones.
Okay.
In my living room, I have wooden shingles on the wall for some reason. This, I can't see if you can see, is the radiator cover.
Oh, I have one of those too. That looks great.
That was fun.
Yeah.
This is a glass decanter, the cut glass in the diamond shape.
Yes.
Yeah.
Another radiator cover. That in. This is a wooden cabinet door. This one over here.
Right.
Brick fireplace. Computer keyboard.
Oh.
And an ornament on a lantern. You know, candle
Oh,
holder.
okay. Yeah.
Cool.
Yeah, so speaking with a young woman, I called before. I ordered.
That's it.
All right, wait. All right. Is there anybody else who has a? Go ahead, Robin. Let me spotlight you. Robin and spotlight video. Okay, let's see here. So, oh, you made the bird. Oh, okay. You started that. That's beautiful.
She's muted. We can't hear her.
Oh, let's see. Wait.
Okay, can you hear me now?
Yes, yeah.
Okay.
So
This is from one of your patterns.
yes. So
And I did another one, but it's your pattern also. I'm getting it.
oh, the hand. Oh,
Yeah.
oh,
that was your.
So how did you like the process?
Oh, I loved it. I just feel like I was cheating. And this one was something I took off the internet. I just started it.
Wow, that's powerful. That looks beautiful.
Yeah, I started doing the Zentangle over here, but I don't know what I want to do over here. So anyone that has any, I love their suggestions. So
Right.
I need help with.
You wouldn't continue the Zentangle patterns in the patterns in the leaf patterns that are around her. Are those leaf patterns?
They're sort of like balloons or.
Okay.
And I thought because of the content, it was too frivolous. So I didn't know what to do here. I did draw them around, but I thought if there was something more, I don't know. To me, it looks like I'm almost making fun of the pattern with the balloons and the frivolous. So I don't know if somebody has an idea, or I could just try it.
I would try it. I wouldn't see it as frivolous, but again, I'm a Zentangle fan, so, but very, very powerful image. So I
Yeah,
guess
so if anyone has any suggestions, I love to try new things.
so we could use the chat feature in case anybody wants to add, give you some thoughts about that, which would be great. Is there anybody else that has pattern? So wait, Lynn, 1 second,
I
Lynn.
did.
I'm gonna get Lynn up 1 second because it's Lynn. I'm spotlighting you. Okay.
Ooh, pretty.
Can you talk about it? Is it like a mandala? Are you muted? Wait, I'm unmuting you. All right, go ahead.
Yeah, it's a mandala, so that's it.
That's beautiful. Have you
I'm
ever done
thinking of
mandala
putting-
before?
I'm thinking of putting watercolor in the center before I continue, and maybe around the edges.
Yeah, you could do the watercolor before or after if you're using the Micron pens or a Sharpie.
So if I did it after, it wouldn't blur the micron?
No, not at all.
Oh, all right.
Yeah. So, all right,
Okay, thank you.
sure. And then anybody else or
I chose a picture I'm going to work on.
wait, is that Patty?
I don't know if you can see it though.
Where are you? Are you holding up your picture?
Yeah, I am.
Wait, I don't see.
I'm called the owner's iPad. Wait a minute. Maybe if I go like this. Maybe I go.
Oh, there you are. Okay, hold on. Owner's iPad. Spotlight video. Oh, how cute.
Oh, is that cute?
They each have their food in front of them. They're pretty excited.
That's very sweet. That's very, very cute.
Did you do that freehand?
I got the cat and the dog. No, I got the cat and the dog off Pinterest, I think. And I traced it and transferred it.
So, oh, that looks great. I like your beginning.
That'd
That
be
looks
fun.
great. So, all right. Okay. Is there anybody else? Oh, okay, so iPad 2, I don't know. It's coming up as iPad 2 in a second.
Diane,
Spotlight video.
Diane, I don't know why it's coming. I did this heart,
Ooh.
Oh, pretty.
Oh, good.
and then I was just playing around, and then I added watercolor to that. And then I want to Zentangle this bicycle.
Right. Did you
So I don't know.
transfer it onto paper?
It is on paper.
Did you I know it's on, did you transfer it? Did you draw it? Or is it on just like copy paper?
It's on copy paper because I don't have any of that transfer paper, but
Oh.
I'm okay doing it on here first and then I can do it again. You mean I
Alright.
should put it on watercolor paper or something?
Yeah, last week we were talking a little bit about Bristol paper, but that's an option. That's certainly not something that you need to have.
Okay.
So,
Well, I was going to do this first as kind of my trial because I want to really make it
Yeah.
special.
okay.
And then I just did a pattern from a basket. And
Okay.
Lace.
Oh,
And
yeah.
a towel. It was
Oh.
red and white.
What a great idea. Okay. So, are you guys like looking differently at your home? There's different patterns
Yeah.
everywhere.
What a great idea.
So, and anybody else who wants to, oh wait, so Dorian, 1 second, I'm gonna spotlight you. Spotlight video, Dorian. Oh, look at you. I'm unmuting you, Dorian. And do you want to talk about it? Dorian? Oh, you're muted. Unmute.
Okay,
Okay.
thank you. I was working on these two, wait, this one and this one when we were talking the last time. And then I put in these patterns from my house. This is the seat of a chair. This is the back of a aluminum or metal chair outside on my deck.
Okay.
And this is the back of what is that? I can't remember what that one is. I think that's the back of another chair with bars on the back.
Yeah.
And then this one is a sort of variation on bricks.
Right. Oh, that's great. How was the process for you?
It was great. I loved seeing my house full of patterns. It was awesome.
Oh,
Like that.
that's great to hear. Let's see. Let me just see. I do have a chat.
Thank you.
So, all right. Let's see. Switch to gallery view. Anybody else want to hold something up? I can try to spotlight you. Let me see on this side. Donna, I got you. Donna's next, and then I'll do Marilyn, Donna. Spotlight video. There she is. Go ahead. Let me unmute you. All right, can you?
Okay, all right. Yeah, I didn't work on it much this week, honestly. But I haven't done the patterns yet, but this is just what I started with the dove you gave us.
Looks good, looks good.
It does. It looks
Figure
great.
it out as we go.
Yeah,
So.
yeah, that's what we'll be doing. Yeah. So thank you for
Right,
sharing.
okay.
And then where's Sandy?
Hello.
Sandy, let me spotlight you. Okay. Wow, look at you. Okay.
All right, so I did some patterns. This one is pine cone from the bottom and pine cone from the side. And then this was like a fan, and another fan. So I just did patterns. Didn't have a lot of time, but getting started.
Yeah, because you looked at them different, and I love that you did a pineapple, because I know that somebody is looking to that as a project is to do a pineapple, which because they, it has that whole Fibonacci thing going on, which is so great. So, and the wire rack, those are great. How was this for you?
It was fun. Yeah, I like looking at things. It was cool. So thank you.
Thank you. Thanks for sharing. So, all right. And then anybody, am I missing anybody? So don't forget that I have to like swipe to see everybody's faces. Marilyn, let me get you 1 second. Marilyn's iPad too. I am spotlighting you, Marilyn. Go ahead.
Okay. There you go. Just a cat.
Yeah. So that was a stained glass pattern that, so when I sent that, so that's using stained glass patterns are a great idea, because it already sections it out for you. So, nice. I like how bold your outlines are. So,
yeah. And then I'm going to do Zen Tangle in the middle.
Yeah. So I'm just curious, is that done with like a charcoal pencil, or is that like a mark? Because it looked like a
micron.
Okay.
The micron.
Yeah.
Oh, I love your sweater. Look at all that Zen Tangle in your sweater. Wow, that's beautiful.
See, again, we're looking at art in a whole other way. So, all right. So I'm just so thank you, and I hope that you guys learn through that. And then at this point, oh, Candy, are you showing something? All right, wait. Where are you? AC. Ah, there you are. Spotlight video. She's the pineapple person.
Oh, that's right. She's
So,
doing the pineapple.
So now it's just a matter of thinking what patterns to use.
right. Yeah. That's a great trend. Did you get the transfer paper? Did you get the graphite paper?
I just used the pencil on the back
The color the
and then
back.
traced over it.
Okay. All right. That works. So I'm just gonna swipe and just see if there's anybody else who wants to share or talk or say anything before we move on. There's another chat. Okay. Close. All right. Okay. So from here, we spoke last week a little bit, and some of you have already been doing that, is transferring a larger image, a more personal image, something that you wanted to create as a more formative piece of work instead of just squares of patterns. That's an option for you if you really just like doing, squares of patterns, and that's fine too. Because again, this is all about, yourself and your mind and just kind of getting quiet in your head. So I did this globe, which I'll spotlight in a minute, but just like Candy was saying, so I took a regular and colored in the back and I transferred it. I have a message. So somebody was asking about if I sent stained glass images for Zentangle, if I can send them to her. I sent a few images, like Robin had the hands and the bird and the peace bird, and that cat I got out of a Zentangle so I just kind of Googled the images and I just things that I had. So I can do the legwork for you if you want me to and find some, but maybe all right, Lynn is saying she doesn't see me. Is it?
I still see the last person you were talking to.
Oh, okay. I'm sorry. Let me spotlight myself. All right.
Oh,
sorry.
good. Thank you.
Thanks for letting me know, because these are things that on my side I don't see that. What was I saying? So if you want me to try to do the legwork for you and get some images for you, you can email me in terms of which what interests you, because if I just pick I could pick anything that I would like, but that doesn't necessarily mean that you would like it. So that's why, so just email me. I'll give you
you were
email.
doing? Can you hold up what you were doing?
Okay. So I printed, this was part of that package that Katie sent you guys. This is just a globe, a very crude version of the earth, a very simple one, because I know I wanted to put a lot of patterns in it. I colored in the back. This is my way of transferring instead of the graphite paper. And so then, and I'm going to take myself off a spotlight. And so then you could see my, all right, so now you guys, I'm going to make this the spotlight. Participants, let's see. Okay. All right. So this is my transfer. It's on Bristol board, and I just kind of put some of it I left open over here because I think I want to get creative in terms of what I want to put around it. I was, of course I had thoughts of like, something hugging it somehow, or so that, just the thinking of the planet right now. So that's where I started. And so, before I was just gonna, maybe like I did last time, just have like I don't know, 15, 20 minutes of quiet drawing, and I can put up the music and we can kind of just have some nice peaceful time to draw. And then you, Arlene has her thumbs up for that. So, and then you can, you can interrupt me but via chat, and then we could reconvene. So I'll continue to draw, and then if you have questions, and if there's anybody who has anything before we start that you need me to. So
What
all
did
right.
you mean by what did you mean by putting arms around it?
So I kind of was thinking of the earth. Arms are like, hands like holding it somehow. Something like, I don't know, like something hugging the globe of my art of the globe. I don't know. So, so I know I just feel like in this time, like somehow the planet's healing. So I'm just kind of hoping that that's the case. So, any other questions before we kind of go quiet? Because it's 9:55, and so we'll take about like maybe till about 10:15 or so before we can, we'll get quiet and start to draw. Is that all right? Is everybody? Anybody have any last minute things? So, okay. Okay, and again, if you need, I'll be checking my chats periodically, and if you want to just talk to me. So, all right, here we go.
Nancy, can you hear me?
Yeah, I can.
We can't see what you're doing. Can you move your screen a little? We're just seeing, yeah, we'd love to see your sketches, your doodles. Thank you.
Sure. Sorry about that. I see that my shadow, there's really nothing I can do about that shadow. It's about 10:15. If anybody has any like questions or comments, if you want to start to, maybe write them in the chat room. Otherwise, we can continue to go. I can stop and address address things if you want me to, but you just let me know in the chat. I don't get alerts, so I haven't figured that one out. So I just keep looking to see if I have notices. I'm gonna, next time I will have to move because I have a window to the right of me that's clearly casting a shadow. I tried to counterbalance it with this light, but I'm gonna have to go into a different room that doesn't have a direct window by me. So I apologize for that. Another thing to consider is elements of nature, patterns in nature. I've always been a a lover of like vines and twisty, gnarly trees and curly vines and how they spiral. And if you wanted to go look at all the patterns outside, let's see if I could do some, whether it be grass or flower patterns. I see how the camera's moving, and that's me. I don't know how I can really, it's me hitting the cord. It's me with the table shaking. So somebody just asked me about the pens that I'm using. I started to type it and then I accidentally deleted it, so I might as well just tell everybody. Right now I'm varying between a 005, it's in my hand. I was gonna do some gray tones, an 8 and a 3 is what I'm primarily using. The paper that I'm working on, this paper, I think for the purpose of demo, is larger. It's 12 by 16. So this way I can kind of cover the whole, my whole table space. So any other questions from? So again, I'm hoping that the outside noise isn't distracting. I don't know if you guys can hear it, but I sure do. And then let's not forget that shading component with the pencil we talked a little bit about last week. Even if it's just to give your hand a rest and give a little depth. I hope you can see the difference in that, in just the shading of the space alone. Not only did it give it some depth, it neatened it up. So I have a question of how do you know where to shade? That's a really good question. I definitely shade along edges. So this way it kind of can create a little bit of depth and balance between so along your main edge lines. if that makes sense. So if I shade along in here, you know, and keep the, you know, down in the center here, but keep the centers brighter, it'll give it a feeling. I think Katie last week said, you know, how do you make it 3D? And this is, you know, if something bends, it's, if you're drawing, let's say an apple, the sides are going to be darker, than the center is going to be lighter, and it gives it that 3D effect. That's so when I shade around edges, you know, and I think a good balance between what you want white and what you want black and gray. And yeah, I don't know about you guys, but giving your hand a rest with the soft pencil is a nice. I got this pencil in a kit. It's a Sakura 127.0. This came in a Zentangle kit. I don't know if that even exists anymore. It came with all of this. So it has the graphics and I'm pretty sure I got it on Amazon. Brush point 0508. But this is so nice, and I've never really used anything like this, but it's nice and soft, and the fact that it's a mechanical pencil, you can kind of get the edges in there. So we can go over this towards the end of class too. But I'm just speaking out because as I'm using it, I'm really kind of liking it. So, So in about 3 minutes, I'm gonna stop and I'm gonna see if anybody wants to share. We'll have like 15 minutes to kind of regroup and chat, and if anybody needs any advice or from me, or put it out to the class, or just share what you've been doing. Okay. So I took my artwork off of the spotlight video, so this way, any of you guys that want to share what they've been working on or talk about it, just make sure, just unmute yourself when you do that. So this way the flow is a little bit better. We have about 15 more minutes to kind of talk and communicate. So Lynn, I see, let me spotlight you 1 second. Okay. Now you're working on that mandala. Beautiful.
Yeah.
How are you coloring that?
I used colored pencils.
Okay. It's very vibrant for colored pencils. Is it a watercolor pencil?
Yeah,
Okay. So did you water it yet?
I did some of it. I watered the paper, some I watered the pencil,
Okay.
some I brushed it on after.
Yeah. So you can see that, you know, I use watercolor pencils often, so that you can definitely control it a little bit.
Uh-huh.
So, beautiful. Yeah. You can see, I'm driven to mandalas also. There's always a corner, like as I was starting, a corner mandala somewhere in my work. So that's great. Thank you for sharing. Do you have anything to,
No, I
any
used the
questions?
pencil here with the smudging for that
Yes.
shadowy thing.
Yeah, no, I like the gray. I can definitely see that you have a good balance of gray, black, white, and color, which is great.
Good,
So,
thank you.
thank you. So let me just see anybody else. Donna, I just see Donna's, and I'll get to you guys, but I see Donna. Let me get her. Donna, spotlight video. She's working on that. Look at you. Wow. You know, you know what? I'm so drawn to that heart shape right between the back on its like neck. And like, I don't know if you did that on purpose or if it's a happy accident or something.
No, it was an accident. It was an accident. And then at this part, I didn't like it. Got too dark, but it was
No, I
amazing.
disagree because it shows its under feathers.
Okay.
So it kind of holds true to the bird. So I totally disagree about that being dark. And I just knowing you, I kind of knew that heart was an accident, but nobody else would know that. And it works. There's just something very special. I goes to it, and I think it's very, very pretty. I love the watercolor.
I love the
Thanks.
watercolor.
Yeah. So,
Just splash that on wherever, just to fill the white space.
yeah.
Thank you.
Beautiful.
Beautiful,
Yeah.
beautiful,
All
beautiful.
right. Switch to gallery. So Robin, let me get you. Robin.
Can you hear me?
But I'm gonna spotlight you 1 second.
Okay.
Hey, why can't I do that? Wait, because I'm not. Okay,
That's not me.
that's not you. Wait, where are you? That's very weird. Robin. There you go.
Oh, hi. I was actually anxious to see Donna's because I was doing the same thing. I guess I wanted to see how hers came in. I was doing the same thing. I haven't gotten to as far as she has.
Okay.
I'm curious because I wanted to add some color too.
Mhm.
If you add acrylic paints to that, also very, watered down or not?
You certainly can. It depends on, for lack of a better answer, like how prolific you are, because and like how with a brush, because acrylic paint's not really forgiving. Because at least watercolor, you can just add watercolor. If you don't like what you did, you can kind of just like add water to it and kind of lighten it and kind of make it like dissipate. Acrylic is going to be a little bit more for hard, less forgiving. Unless, are you on a canvas?
Yeah.
Oh, it is a canvas.
Yeah. What happened? Yeah, I couldn't get paper where I am. They were out of any kind of decent paper at Michael's.
Okay.
But they had these canvases. They were 10 for $10. So they were, they were my choice. I do have one question. If anyone can help me with this one, does anyone have any suggestion what I could do with this area that I haven't filled in yet?
No. I still don't, I personally don't mind the concept of continuing your Zentangle. So, maybe if you want to have it be a little bit more spiritual, maybe the concept of more mandala patterns in there might be a good idea, because that adds a sense of spirituality.
Okay.
So let's see. I mean, if there's anybody else that has any other thoughts, can.
So what would I do? Google mandala patterns and just get pictures from them?
Yeah.
Oh yeah, there's a million.
Yeah, and so that's something that probably, I have a lot of artwork that has mandalas in the background almost, and and it kind of adds a softness to it. So that could be something. It'd be a good idea, inspired by the others.
All right, thank you.
Sure. So anybody else wanna?
Nancy, I have a question. I don't know if can you hear me?
I hear you, Patty, but I don't
Patty.
see. I know your voice. Where are you? Oh wait. Ooh, look at the bunny. Patty, why don't I see you?
Probably because I don't have it set up right.
Are you owner's iPad?
Yes, I am.
You have to
Okay.
hit,
So
you have to hit run video.
Okay.
Just
So,
hit-
Oh, wait.
oh, there you are.
Owner's
Can you get me
Now
now?
you're there.
Yeah.
Now we see you.
Okay. Can you see this?
I'm gonna spotlight it.
Yeah, we see you.
And-
Oh, here. Okay, thank you. My
Okay.
question
There's
is,
somebody who has like some background. If you guys mute yourselves, if you're not Patty, that'd be great.
that it's not me.
I know. So,
Unless
okay.
there's a man in my house and I didn't know.
Surprise. Okay. No. Go ahead.
Okay. I want to make his back paw. I wish I hadn't made it so dark. I want to make it lighter. After you've already done something and then you find, you did it too thick, or you did it too heavy, or you did it too dark, or whatever. Is there any trick?
So here, you could get a white gel pen,
Yes.
and you can
Like
go
like a Sharpie thing?
Yeah, you can go into it. You can lighten, and you can lighten it if you want to.
Oh, that's great. Thank you very much.
So I saw John. I'm gonna spotlight you because I haven't heard from you. And so I'd love to. So hi.
Hi.
So here's your rabbit. So he's beautiful.
Nice. Yeah.
Did you just do that today? Like all of that today?
All of it? Yeah,
Yeah.
yeah. I
So
didn't realize I should transfer before today, so most of my time was spent transferring.
Okay. Wow. So you also have an art back. You're an artist.
I've had some background in art.
Yeah. He's beautiful. I can't wait to see what else you do. I can see your shading and.
Me too.
Yeah, it's beautiful. Are you having fun doing it?
Oh yeah.
Oh, good. Okay. Oh, that's great. Thank you. Thank you for sharing. Let me see who else has something up. Okay, I'm getting to iPad 2. iPad, whoever's iPad.
It'll improve your life immensely, I guarantee you.
iPad spotlight video. Is that you?
Yeah, I hear you.
Oh, that's
Okay.
her.
Oh, the bike. So how does that work for you?
Well,
I love the tire.
that-
Do you like the tire? Are you muted? Can you unmute yourself?
That works good.
But somebody else needs to mute. If other people can mute, wait. 1 second, I'm sorry. So iPad 2.
Right.
I don't hear you, but I hear somebody else, but
Are you shopping for Lynn Marv or?
yeah. I don't know why, but I'm not hearing you. But maybe if you can chat with me off of this. I can't hear you, and but I really you know, and I see that you're not muted, but I can't so I'm sorry. I'm gonna we'll chat offline. So let me go back. There was somebody else. There was a few of you. No. Just Marilyn, was it? I got Marilyn. Marilyn, look how quickly you work. Let me see.
Yeah, it's a cat.
I see.
A cat with watercolor in the background. Yeah.
Wow. Wow.
How quickly you work. That's amazing.
Oh my gosh.
It's a good way to relax.
Yeah.
Beautiful.
You know, it's so it also blends in with your background so nicely because like the sides of the color of the cat with the color of your blinds and the curtain.
Gorgeous.
Like the whole thing is a great image.
Beautiful, beautiful.
That's funny. Thank
Marilyn,
you.
Do you ever shade? Do you ever shade with a pencil? Do you ever
Shade with a pencil? No, I don't usually do a pencil.
Yeah, maybe we'll talk about that because that's something new for you.
Okay.
To do some shade. So
Yeah.
just to give another element.
Mm-hmm.
Let's see. Another page. Anybody else? There's okay. Sandy, I'm gonna come to you next. Sandy. Sandy, I got you. Spotlight video. Ooh, look at that.
So I have a statue in the yard, which is like a Ganesha statue. So I started sketching it and I'm just putting in some rough shapes.
Oh, gosh, it's beautiful. Yeah, that's,
Thank you. It's got a lot to go. There's a big swath of it.
so, yeah, you know, it's funny because every once in a while, like I swipe, I can see with the trees in the background, you're like a perfect meditation.
So yeah.
So
I'll just keep working on it.
Yeah, that's a symbol of peaceful right there. It is absolutely very nice. Is there anybody else who wants to share? Dorian, I'm coming to you. You might want to unmute yourself. Dorian. Spotlight. Oh, see, that's so lovely. You know, just different patterns. And then I love your shocks of color. How are you doing the color?
Watercolor, or actually it's gouache that I'm watering down.
Okay. I love gouache because it, you know, it's nice and thick. I used to use gouache all the time in college. So
I'm just starting with gouache. I like it a lot. And I got the pattern. I took your suggestion and looked up stained glass patterns.
Oh, good.
So this came from, here, I'll show you what it came from if it'll work on the screen.
So, oh, yeah. Oh, that's great. That's a great inspiration. Very nice.
That's what I got my idea from, but that was great because I'm always looking for patterns to do, and I like abstract, and I really like the the stained glass concept. So that was great. Thank you.
I would love for you to challenge yourself and make that like big. Can you imagine? I could see that really big.
No, I'm so far I'm only working with this big, and even so, it's very slow.
Yeah. I'm famous for trying to get you to think outside the box. So all right, so I'm gonna
try that next time. I'll try something big.
Let me.
Nancy,
So
can I try to share a content picture?
So who are you?
I'm Nancy Willis.
Oh, okay. Let me get you. Nancy
I'm just
Willis.
try to share it this way.
Oh, look at you. Okay. Oh, great.
Okay.
Ooh. Oh, thank you.
Sure.
Wow, that's beautiful.
Wow.
Fun to do.
Yeah.
I'm really enjoying that.
Very nice.
Oh,
very
thank
nice.
you.
So somebody just asked me about assignments for next week, and normally, again, this is so personal, and I want you guys to work on what you want to work on. So maybe if you want to continue to look at things in terms of, instead of objects, the patterns that they create, maybe start thinking about elements of nature, going outside and looking at patterns of nature, and creating your own patterns that way could be a fun thing to do as we go out for our walks and things like that, looking at patterns. Is there anybody else before we sign off that I can answer? Let me see, just make sure on chat. That anybody else have anything to share or say or anything?
Well, it's just a very nice session. I like the music in the background too.
I'm sorry for the interruption of the doorbell and the dog, because of course, whenever that was going to happen, it was going to be during this class. So
yeah, my dog's the same way. My dog's getting a haircut tomorrow.
Oh. So
they open them up again, but you got to sneak them in.
Yeah. So all right. Again, you guys have my email if you have any questions. If you want me to talk to you offline, I guess the best way would be email, and again, thank you so much. Thanks for being here, and I wish you guys a peaceful week.
Thank you, Nancy.
Thank you.